Swami Atmasvarupa Ramanandaji, you teach 9-day Hatha Yoga Pradipika courses at Yoga-Vidya, Germany. What is being taught there? What can students expect when taking this course? And what are the experiences of the students?
So, first of all, as a preface, this course is an advanced teacher's training course. So it's really open to yoga students who have been teachers already, who have been trained and typically have been practicing seriously yoga for a number of months at least, or oftentimes years. What they can expect to really, both in theory and in practice, go into much depth in Hatha Yoga. There is a paradox about Hatha Yoga, is that it has become the most popular aspect of yoga by far. When people think yoga, they think about yoga postures, sometimes the relaxation, and sometimes also the breathing aspect. But few people have any idea of the depth of that system and its nature as being a true spiritual system, a system of spiritual growth and inner growth. Also Hatha Yoga is a branch of Kundalini Yoga, and therefore it's central to the practice and the understanding of Hatha Yoga to do it in the purpose of awakening the Kundalini Shakti, or the Kundalini power. So when the students come for the 9-day course, then we study the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, that fundamental scripture of Hatha Yoga, verse by verse. We go through every verse and explain the meaning and how that meaning and how those teachings are relevant to the modern yogi, the modern serious yogi who is ready to practice quite hard and to make tremendous progress in their spiritual life thanks to this practice. And beside the theory, then the students take typically three sessions, practical sessions. The very first session is a pranayama session in the morning, which is at least 1 hour per day, but there are 2 or 3 times during the week where they do 2.5 or 3 hours of advanced Hatha Yoga practices. And during those practices, they learn from a very competent teacher, which happens to be you, usually, Sukadevji. Then they learn all those advanced techniques in a really precise way and in a way that empower them afterwards to carry the practice home with them. And so every morning pranayama, minimum 1 hour up to 2.5, 3 hours. Then there is a Hatha Yoga class in which mostly a 2-hour class in which mostly we practice asanas, but sometimes some pranayama as well. And in the afternoon there is a short yoga class for more practice, combined with typically a teaching workshop. So since all the students of this course are teachers, then they get to improve their teaching as well. So by the end of the course, they can expect to have a very clear understanding of what Hatha Yoga is truly about, which most people don't really know. And they can, through the intensive practice, have already begun to experience the inner transformation that comes once you do intensive pranayama and mudras and bandhas and other practices. So those who decide and feel motivated and inspired can then, take the practice with them at home and practice really hard and achieve, they are being empowered to achieve great progress on their own afterwards.